My name is Dan Raful, and I'm the program coordinator at Plastic Oceans Canada. And today we're going to go over the Circular Economy Ambassador Program. I have a very short presentation just to introduce you to the program and how it works and what we have done in the past year and what we will be aiming to do in the upcoming year. So we're going to go over the Circular Economy Ambassador Program. And what is the objective of this program? Why did we come up with this program and launch it? Well, the objective of this program is to create change by educating our young leaders of the future on the importance of a circular economy. This program was originally designed for students between the ages of 14 and 18 years old. However, since it is a new program, we are open to adapt it to other age groups as well. So why does this program exist? How is it different? What is it going to teach our youth today? How is it different from the current economy that we currently have? Well, currently, we have more of a linear economy. So what is it? So let's look at the example of plastics, okay? So we go out, we extract the resources from the environment. With that extraction, we create air and water pollution. And on the side as well, we also create noise pollution, which is a pollution that a lot of people are still not aware of and how it affects the animal life and also us that live in the surroundings of these types of environments where the extraction is occurring. Then we need to add chemicals in order to produce the items or the basic blocks that we need in order to create the products we later on consume. So for example, here, in order to make nurdles, plastic nurdles, which are exported and the exportation itself, the molting and the melting of these nurdles cause even more pollution. Then we need to transport it to where it's going to be sold, to a store or to another location. And then we purchase it. We use it, we take it home, we consume it, and then we dispose of it. Nowadays, sometimes it's much easier and more economic, for example, when your laundry machine breaks, to actually just go out and buy a new one than to actually hire someone to come in and fix it for us. So unfortunately, our economy at the moment is very linear. We extract, we use, we dispose of it. Okay, so this is the economy we currently have, but the way our economies extract, use, and then dispose of resources is putting pressure on our natural systems, our communities, and also public health. And so we want to move from this straight line and into a more circular, where we can reuse and reutilize and repurpose everything. Hence, the circular economy. So what is it? How is it different? Well, according to the Collins Dictionary, a circular economy is an economic system based on using renewable resources, eliminating waste, and reusing recycling material goods. Okay, so pretty much it's all about the renewable resources, eliminating waste, reusing and recycling the materials. So nothing is waste in a circular economy. It retains and recovers as much value as possible from resources by reusing, repairing, refurbishing, remanufacturing, repurposing all the products and the materials. It's all about using valuable resources wisely, thinking about the waste as a resource instead of a cost, and also about finding innovative ways to better the environment and the economy. And this is what we want to teach the youth through the Circular Economy Ambassador Program. So in 2021, Plastic Oceans Canada launched a pilot Circular Economy Ambassador Program, and teachers in 4 different provinces in Canada went out with their students within their communities to participate in cleanups. The students were also able to sort, to track what they found, and also divert pieces from landfills using resources that we provided. So with this program, the teachers were able to utilize the curriculum and the activities created by our team to teach the youth about the harmful impacts of plastic pollution and also the importance of shifting towards a circular economy. So now the registration is open. So if you haven't signed up yet, please do. You can do so on our website. And if you have any other teachers or classes that would like to also attend the program and participate, feel free to extend it to them as well. The more the merrier. We really want to create awareness and start this shift towards a circular economy within our youth. So also, what happened in the 2021 is that despite COVID affecting the whole world, as we well know, especially teachers, all the props to you, the power to you that were teaching online with all of your classes. Some of these teachers were actually able to conduct in-person cleanups, and students were able to go out and they collected 6,400 items, and over 50% of this was composed of plastic material. They also diverted waste from landfills by recycling and also by sending specific types of plastics to Plastic Ocean partners in order to be repurposed and reinserted into the economy. So the most abundant items that they actually found were plastic and cigarette butts. So it's really important that these students get out and they see what's in the environment and they wonder, how did it get there? How can we prevent this from happening? And these students were able to do that last year. So what are our goals for this year's program? Well, we want to reach 3,500 participants. And we also want students to represent each province and territory in Canada. We really want to increase the awareness on the importance of a circular economy and inspire the students to advocate for change within their communities. So in the 2021 program, after the students went out on cleanups with their teachers and they noticed how much waste was in their community, in their school property, in their parks, some of them actually went back to their school and wrote letters to local business, to their municipality representatives in order to advocate for change. So they're willing to do so. They want a change and they understand the importance of this by participating within the program and learning all the lessons that they can take from it. So this year the program will run from September 19th until October 28th. This just means that you have to pick your cleanup date between those days and have to conduct it by the 28th of October. Okay. So then the next question is, how do we conduct the perfect and most effective cleanup? How can we make this much easier for us teachers and also for our students? Well, so step number one is sign up if you haven't yet. And then as soon as you sign up, you will receive an email that will ask you to fill out a form as a confirmation. So please fill out that form. We do need that information in order to send you the correct resources, supplies, and materials that you will need in order to fulfill your cleanup. Then you can expect to receive a welcome package and supplies. So the welcome package, you can expect it around June, so it can help you prepare. So we will send you educational material in order for you to introduce this topic to your students in September and insert it into your syllabus for the following year. And then the supplies will come around September. So we will send you t-shirts and gloves and also reusable bags for you to use within your cleanup and to keep your students safe and be able to collect as much waste as possible. Okay. Then the following step would be to introduce that program to your students. So all you guys have to do is pick a date, send the permission forms that we will attach in an email for you. So all you have to do is forward it to their parents if you're bringing them outside of the school property. And also, since we do require some pictures from the cleanups, we do need those documents signed. Of course, it'll be digital. We want to produce, again, as less minimal waste as possible. Then step 5, you conduct your cleanup. So you go out with your students, you count, you sort, you divert the waste, and you record. Then it's as easy as taking a picture of the data sheet that we will send you or scanning it in your school and sending it to our CEAP email. Then, last but not least, after all of that is done and your cleanup is conducted, you will have a list of acceptable plastics that will be taken by our recycling partners in order to be transformed into new products. We will send you the information. So we will send you Canada Post labels or even local recycling partners as well in order for those plastics to be sent. And what do they transform these plastics into? Well, it's several. The creativity is really unimaginable. They can repurpose this, recreate things that we use on a daily basis, such as soap dish, tire chalks, and flower pots. Even tiles are produced by these partners and are reinserted into the economy in order to produce, again, profit and reuse it. So instead of just disposing of it, it gets reused as a resource in order to be utilized by us again. So then what do we do on cleanup day? Well, on cleanup day, you're going to arrive at your site, whether it is at school property, whether it is a park, whether it is a shore. It really is up to you and what your students are willing to go or what is the logistically easier for you. We're really flexible with the location. We just want the students to have the experience and to note what is in their community, in their environment, and how that can be prevented. So you arrive at your site. First, you go over the safety rules. So make sure you mention to them that you don't pick up anything that they don't feel comfortable with. To be very careful with sharp items, they shouldn't even be picking up sharp items. They will be wearing gloves, reusable gloves. However, safety comes first. Okay. You can also look around the environment and reflect on what is present at that location. What activities occur in that location? Are there restaurants or storm drains, roads? What, for example, are there people that swim here? Are there any sports taking place here that could affect the waste that is present in that area? Okay. So make them reflect where the waste could possibly be coming from. Then you want to split your students in 3 different groups. You want beach waste seekers, we want sorting and diverting squad, and you want recorders. The majority of these students should be waste seekers and also recorders. Ideally, you want 1 student to be a recorder and 1 or 2 students to be beach seekers. And I'll tell you shortly why that will make things much easier, okay? And also you want to choose a headquarter location, so a place where the beach seekers and the recorders can come back to and drop off their waste in order to be sorted. So pick a location and you can let everyone know this is headquarters, this is home base, where everybody's coming back to drop off their waste material. So in case their bags get too full or they're too heavy, and they can sort it every 10 to 15 minutes. So recorders and seekers, they go out on their mission to collect waste. And every 15 to 20 minutes, they come back and bring their waste bags to headquarters. And then the sorting and the diverting squad will separate the recyclables. So they will separate plastic bottles with plastic bottles, cigarette butts with cigarette butts, plastic bags with plastic bags. And they will sort what is recyclable, what is not recyclable. in order to see the quantity of things that can be diverted from landfill and to be disposed of them as well properly. Then we have to wrap up. So the sorting and the diverting team are responsible for going through the waste that is being dropped off. And they will take note of the weight. They don't have to count because the recorder is already counting, right? You have 2 students or 1 student that's picking up the waste, and there's one recording. Oh, I picked up a plastic bottle. The recorder records 1 plastic bottle. I picked up 1 plastic bag. The recorder records 1 plastic bag. So you don't have to count whenever they drop their waste off at headquarters. All you have to do is separate and divert. Okay, so they will estimate. Once you have everything separated, you can go to the back old guesstimate and estimate the weight of things. So I have 100 plastic bottles. What is the estimate weight for this? Oh, maybe it's 20 pounds. Okay, then we know down about 20 pounds of plastic bottles. How much total of waste was collected? Oh, I think we collected, looks like about 100 pounds was collected of waste. 50% of this was diverted and recycled from landfills. So that will be the responsibility of the sorting and diverting team. Just sort and estimate the weights of the waste that was collected and separated. And then, of course, either recycling or disposing of non-recyclables appropriately, because we really don't want those in our environment. So then, of course, the big question is, what do students learn from the Circular Economy Ambassador Program? Well, in order to learn more about the debris that and how it's making its way on our environment, the students sort and track the debris. And then they have to analyze potential leakage points. So you can go back to your classroom and say, oh, we had several plastic cups. Okay, why does everybody think we had several plastic cups? Why was that our number one item from the cleanup today? Oh, maybe it's because we had restaurants. Maybe because there was takeout places in the area. Maybe because it was a beach that people go and bring plastic cups because it's lighter, etc. You can actually have this conversation with your students. And then you can also have the conversation on how they can prevent this from happening and how they can influence municipal change as well. So students are fundamental to changing the future of waste management, as they can identify what litter can be found in their local community. They can also discuss how it impacts the environment, the wildlife, and us humans. They can explore prevention measures and even come up with new ones to prevent the littering from happening. They can also learn to take actionable steps towards reducing waste production. So why not? And you think it stops there? Nope, it keeps going. So they can witness the importance of using and also developing sustainable alternatives to reduce waste by reusing and repurposing materials. This can even be brought up as a project. Who has the best idea on how to reuse, reutilize, or prevent the waste from getting into the location where you cleaned up? And also, they divert hard to recycle plastics, and they learn that this is a possibility by sending them to local entrepreneurs that process the plastic material into new products to be reinserted into the community. Now, why is collecting the data so important? Why do we need the numbers? Why do we need the weights? Why do we want to know what's out there? One, it's because we can use this data in order to produce future educational resources. We can also use this data for future grant applications in the program and extend the program, which right now is Canada-wide, to North America or maybe globally. We do want to teach all youth about the importance of the circular economy and how this is possible and how this will benefit us now and also the future generation. And also, we want to give them the power to be able to influence policy change on a much broader scale. So, why not? Why? Why not empower our youth and encourage the future generation to create the awareness for themselves and positively influence others who are within their community, but also observing their activity? When we did cleanups last year, several people that were just passing by as the students were collecting waste from a park, they thank them for their service. They thank them for doing that and for taking the initiative. And they actually had the conversation on how important it was for the people that lived around that area, the people that used that park, to have the students come in and clean up and have that effect on everybody that was watching them. So empower them, allow them to be uh, uh, the ones that make the change for our future. So why not? And that is the presentation for me. Thank you so much for your attention and for taking the time um, to to be here with us. We can't wait to make change with you in 2022. Any questions for me? All right, so looking at these questions here. So Natasha, how do I know where to bring these items? You mean for the plastics? Oh, all of the items to divert. Okay, so depending on where you are, we will send you personalized information on who to contact locally. So in your municipality, who to contact in order to have your waste picked up. So all the teachers have to do is call those numbers and ensure that they are able to pick up on the day of the cleanup, and those wastes can be recycled and diverted as they are disposed of properly. What some of the teachers did, for example, when they did the school property, they had their own recycling bins inside the school and they used those in case they didn't pick up so much waste as well. And the recyclable plastics, which I will also answer, I think it was Roberto's question there. You can actually separate them and utilize the box that we will send you the t-shirts and the gloves and the bags in. Just put all of the plastics in there and we will provide you with information to where to send the box to or where to deliver it. Or if we have someone that is nearby that can pick it up from the school, we can do that as well. And sizes of t-shirt, Henry, it'll be different sizes of t-shirts, so it depends on what your grade is in. So for example, now we have a couple of younger students coming in, so we'll have to adapt the sizes of the t-shirts, but you'll get a variety of number of t-shirts that will be sent to your location. So Louise, if you're working with younger students, so a 2-day cleanup, day one's a litter walk, and the day two is data collecting. Yeah, you could potentially do that if what you mean is day one, you go out and you collect all the items, and then day two, you just sort through the items, if that's what you mean. You separate all the items and you record what was collected. If that's easier for you with younger students, that can definitely be done because I know the younger students can go out, just collect everything, and then you can all sort together. Yep, that absolutely can be done. With younger students, though, note that the recording will most likely be on you, the teacher. So as long as you're okay with that, with recording one plastic bottle, two plastic bottles. It's going to be a tally sheet like data. So that might make things easier. So as long as you're okay with that, yep, you can definitely adapt the program so that it fits better for your age group as well. Absolutely. Roberto, for the details for the types of plastics that are acceptable, there are different types of plastics. I will send you in the welcome package what plastics are acceptable, and you can go through through them with your students in order to explain to them. So type 1 usually is this, type 2 is usually that. There will be examples and details, and you can go over with your students with that. So don't worry, I will provide you a beautiful infographic to make it nice and easy for you to identify them and separate them and put them in the box to be sent back to our partners. And what types of materials are provided? I hope I answered that, Natasha. We will provide you with educational materials that will include a lesson to teach your students about the circular economy. It also includes activities that you can do in the classroom with them for different age groups that will further illustrate to them the importance of a circular economy. So we do have a lot of educational material to be sending teachers and facilitating their classroom work and also their cleanup time. So don't worry. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me at education@plasticoceans.ca. Contact me at any point. Send me your questions, your concerns. I'm very open to answering any of your questions at any point in time. All right, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to participate on our webinar. It was very nice to virtually meet everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and hopefully we will see you all in the program in September. Bye now, everyone.